Okay. Okay. That was a major delay. I was just making sure that you could hear me, guys, to be fair. But we are back with
commencing route creation.
Death Stranding.
Delivery route finalized.
So we need to go back here to do this aid request. Recover 4 beloved walking sticks washed away in the floods. Okay, let's get back into it. Oh yeah, I forgot. Someone travelled on your trodden path. Awesome. Now, if you didn't know what that means, guys, is that there is actual co-op in the game, but you're not in so you're not all in the same co-op lobby, but the equipment that you have used, someone else can use. So an actual real life person has used, say for example, it would have been one of my ladders to cross a river or something. I think that's pretty interesting. Okay. Abandoned vehicle. Can we use these vehicles yet? No. Oh. No. It said climb. I thought it said you could drive it. Now there is a feature in the game where you will be able to drive vehicles. So I think that's pretty interesting. There's even a vehicle there. Pickup off-roader. So I might grab that on the way back. No doubt I'm going to be coming across these bandits again, as all I did was knock them out. Where's the actual area? So it's right there, apparently. Okay. All right, we got this. We're not carrying a load of items either this time, so it makes it beneficial, where you can sprint for a longer amount of time. The graphics are amazing again. I'm not on a HD TV. I'm on a Samsung, I think it's a 40-inch, but it's not a smart TV, and I can already see the graphics without playing on a Ultra HD TV. I will be getting a HD TV soon, though. Where is this post box? Are we close now? Yeah, we're pretty close, aren't we? Yeah, but that is something I want to do for the future. I want to get a HD TV, 4K spec. So that's going to be fun as fuck to play games on. Oof, we nearly fell down that crevice. Looks a tiny bit like Mars, if anything. Why is it suddenly windy as fuck? Strange. So we can actually, obviously I must have missed this last time out, we can actually store some things in a private locker. Or it gets sent to your private locker. So place these in my private locker. Okay.
Somebody lend me a hand.
Now, what would be awesome as fuck, because obviously we've got a lot of natural disasters in the game, is if there was a tornado, because it would make a lot of sense to... Okay, it's literally there. It would make a lot of sense to see that, because obviously we've already seen flooding, we've already seen an earthquake, and we have seen a sandstorm. So we literally need to move left. That noise? Or is it the post box?
Looks like a path.
Is that what we're after? Yes, we found it. Okay, have we gathered everything?
Hey!
So we don't actually have to go into the hostile area. What the hell is that? Why has it gone dark all of a sudden? Interesting. So, have we gathered everything? Still missing... No, we're not. Beloved walking sticks. 3, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. See, I'd put it back in that post box.
Can anybody hear me?
But, I'm not sure if it's going to directly go straight to where we need it to.
Commencing route creation. Deliver.
Okay. Hey, this is where... No fucking way. So we dropped this here just by chance. And we've already had 1,069 likes on it by random people that have passed the area. Now, how fucking cool is that? And we've had 69 on the used container repair spray. So there's been 1,069 people that have used this Mesa handgun that I've randomly dropped here. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. I see why it's getting dark. It's getting to night time. I think anyway. But and 1,069 people have liked this little
Sunset will be occurring shortly.
this little ladder. I heard a wolf then. Wonder if that is what they're referring to with it being night time.
Yeah.
So there must be like wolves in the game because we've just heard it. Well, 1,069 people have liked the ladder as well. So again, you're welcome, guys. Oh, there must have been like some bullshit going down here. But 1,069 actual people have liked that ladder installment. They've used it. It is a brand new game, to be fair, guys. But how cool is that? All right, you've got your inventory. Deliver and report. So we've got all of the stuff that they wanted us to collect.
There you are. Checking your order data now. Did not think we would ever get this back, but seems I was wrong.
Trophy earned, helping
Thank you
people
so
to
much for
connect.
bringing it in.
Lovely.
Let me repay the favor with some local data of ours. Maybe you'll find something of interest you can use.
Connection level increased. This facility shared some of its bandwidth, allowing Sam to build more structures within the chiral network.
We have allocated more resources for you to use, if you need them. I hope it helps.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
The data I've shared with you is the schematic for my custom electric rod. While this design is tailored for use with our fabricators, it's functionally no different from the ones bandits use. The rod extends with a quick shake and can be used to stun enemies over a wide area. It can also be thrown like a javelin, though you won't be able to retrieve the rod after doing so. A thrown rod will release a burst of electricity when it strikes the ground. And no bandit can shrug off a direct hit from this bad boy. Test it out, and you'll see.
We've been hit by one before.
Order is now available. Well done. Please access the delivery terminal in Via Libre to proceed.
Okay, can we not pass time? Because it is night time now. And in complete honesty, I do not want to be...
Be safe out there.
I did not want to be going out at night time. Just when all the bullshit happens and we've got wolves and shit. Can we sleep through it? I have a feeling we can't do that. Okay, we'll grab one of these. Climbing anchor. That'll do. PCC. grab a couple of them and fabricate. Let me fabricate them. Why is it not letting us Oh, we've already fabricated it, that makes sense. Okay, place in backpack. See if we get more likes on them additional ways forward. But again, very cool that I have the 1,000 likes from actual 1,000 people that have been playing this game, that have used the exact same route and find it helpful. So I generally hope you found it helpful, guys that have been using my stuff. Alright. So if we want to make a PCC, let's select a watchtower. Why not fucking place it? Let's place it.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam. Done and done. Construction process now complete.
All right. So this looks pretty good, doesn't it? Pretty cool area. So we got a few things over there. Obviously, a bunch of people have liked all my stuff. Oh, that's quite a cool area to place that. Someone's used my cargo, as you can see.
Good evening, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Alright. Take on orders. Build the watchtower in the specified location. Alright. Cover all chiral density gauges stolen by the bandits. Deliver all chiral density gauges to the C1 South Distribution Center.
Okay, Sam. Are you ready? Then I'll bring you up to speed with what I know. The order you've undertaken is to recover chiral density gauges that have been stolen by bandits and taken back to their base. The base is located in some overgrown ruins, so you'll have a hard time getting a clear view of it. You might want to construct a watchtower nearby before you charge in. With it, you can get a better handle on the situation and improve your odds of getting the job done quietly. But that's not all, of course. Other porters are also able to make use of your structures. This way, you can help out the people who follow in your footsteps through this area. Think about what I told you and finalize your route. Best of luck to you out there.
Okay, so what's this? Steep hill with dense vegetation located between Villa Libre And the C1 South Distribution Center, the hill takes its name from the mysterious spider-like creatures that many people have reported seeing in the area. We've come across a few of them, haven't we? Okay. So if we want to build a route, we want to draw the route from here.
Route creation.
We're literally going to have to climb up the hill by the looks of it, or a mountain.
Delivery route finalized.
Okay. So what does this mean? What do these icons mean here? Not entirely sure what these mean. Guessing it's landfall. Or, you know, like a mudslide or a rock slide. We'll find out. Alright. Definitely want to bring that with us. Let's fabricate some more equipment. Let's go.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Alright. It's starting to get, I think it's starting to get a bit lighter.
Hey! What?
Let's like this. Why not? How do we do like what they've done, like an emote?
Messenger.
Come on, let's get this done.
Alright, let's try an icon. I might have pressed the wrong button here. Let's try, not that one. Yes. Check this out. Alright. And then they have a nice little watchtower there for their use.
Perhaps you should take a break.
Hey!
Hey, you. Safety first.
Okay, we literally need to go this way. Wonder what do these mean, these lines? Okay, we legit need to find our way up. this might be a bit tricky. Can we use a ladder here? Can we put a ladder anywhere? Can't see a ladder doing anything, but you never know. That might help slightly. Yeah, I honestly can't see me going this way. Looks like we might have to go around, which is fine. We'll figure out a way. It's just too steep, so we can't make it accessible that way. If my boots break, okay, I'm sure we have a spare pair now. Let's have a look. How do we access the backpack? Ah, of course, they're destroyed. Damn, okay. Well, we haven't got any spare boots, so we are going to just kind of have to deal with it until we get to the next area. We avoid these spiders, because they don't attack us unless we attack them. See, this is a bit more of a better route, isn't it? Sure, how do we take a drink again? There we go. Replenish that energy, brother. Enjoy. All right. What are these? I'm guessing that's what that red icon is all about. It's a mudslide, or it's an area where I think it's like mud, possibly like a mudslide, or like quicksand in a way. Alright. So we can definitely use a ladder here, I would have thought. Alright. Let's use a ladder. Makes it a little bit easier. Hopefully you guys come across that and find it better.
It shouldn't be too tough.
I literally can't climb this. You have to go sideways. I mean, we can climb it, but it had to be done horizontally. Okay. Alright, we're halfway there. Now, I know this might sound like a really random thing to do, but I think if we put a post box... Yes, if we put a post box... Ah, it's too steep. Okay. Never mind. I was gonna say if we put a post box there, that it'd be easier for people to carry less as they climb up. But obviously it's too steep and realistic as usual. What about here? Sure, we can put it here, no? See, I know we're still on like a horizontal bit, but... There we go. You're welcome. Sure, that's where we came from down there.
Construction process now.
Alright.
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated.
Alright. Means I'm carrying less and also helps other people out. Let's build a sign right at this beautiful area. Okay. Can I construct? Why not?
Hey! Hey, you.
You got this. Alright. So now, this is why I have an amazing gadget called... What's it called? I can't even think of the word of it. A climbing anchor. You're welcome, guys. You are welcome. Alright. So that's a bad guy camp, I'm guessing, right here. So if we build a watchtower over there, we should be good. Yeah, I can see them from there. If you can actually see them in the light. Alright. Let's create a watchtower.
Hell yeah.
Construction process now complete.
So far it looks like we've got 4 people. There's one over there as well. It looks like there's possibly one, might be 2 people there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Gotta work on those core muscles. Definitely not alone.
That's the spirit.
Okay. Well, we can now change into those. Bro, get out the leaves, man. Very quick at fucking seeing you, aren't they? To be fair. Take a spare pair of them. Cheers, buddy. Wait for this guy to turn back around. Come on over. If you want it to be that difficult, then come on over. There's no way you see me there. Have to be done. Have to be done, but they are all finished anyway. Okay. So, I'm gonna drop some supplies here. Or maybe I'll drop them a little bit further up like I did last time. Some stuff here.
All designated cargo successfully recovered. Proceed to delivery destination for processing.
Awesome. So if we drop off some stuff further up, so obviously people aren't gonna accidentally miss it or something. Okay, where do we need to head to? That way. So, this is the present, guys, for getting through this area. I'll drop off a shotgun, some bandit boots, we're gonna say you're welcome. Nice. So we can't go around that way. It's outside the chiral network. Alright, no problem. What the hell are they down there?
Okay, there you go, speed demon.
They're just rocks by the looks of it. Look like some animal from a distance.
Everything is from the radio. Everything we dream is never what they seem. Feeling rather strange, waiting for a change, fearing what's to come, acting.
Good morning to you. ID confirmed. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests. Chiral decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
Great stuff.
Hola, you're Sam, right? I assume you're here to drop off that stolen cargo of ours? With those chiral density gauges in our possession, we'll be able to determine where BTs are likely to appear in the future. So, let's get a look at those containers and see if we're good to go. whatsoever. None. Brilliant work. I just have to say that you're an absolutely incredible porter. Looks like our chiral density gauges are just about good to go. So, let's see what that Cupid of yours can do.
Okay, happy days. Weapon Dacia, blood grenade level 1. A grenade that expels a cloud of blood on impact, damaging BTs. The blood cloud lingers in the air, causing continuous damage and obscuring enemy vision. Can be stored in a grenade pouch. A Timefall shelter. Fucking love those things, man.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
It's high time we got on the chiral network. Our BT research should go a hell of a lot faster now. We just shared some data with you that'll let you fabricate blood grenades, a kind of anti-BT weapon, and build timefall shelters too. I think you'll find both very useful. The chiral density gauges you brought us have been safely integrated into our systems. We can resume all distribution center operations and get back to business as usual. A lot of lives are gonna be saved thanks to you.
BT research keeping you busy, huh?
This whole area is a chiralium-rich environment, so there's a much higher risk of BTs showing up. We've been coordinating with the research lab nearby, sharing data, etc. All to help develop BT avoidance and elimination solutions. One of the largest void outs ever recorded happened down south, don't forget, giving rise to a massive tar belt. So massive that it completely cut us off from the land beyond. We can't afford to let that kind of tragedy repeat itself here. But between the cargo you've delivered to us and our new connection to the chiral network, I think we got a shot. We're gonna make it through this. So, you probably think timefall shelters are only good for getting out of the rain, right? Wrong. Our timefall shelters are different, you see. After extensive research and development, we were able to outfit them with a system that disperses a BT repellent fluid. So if you've got one on your tail and it's about to grab you, these shelters are the perfect way out. Only downside is that the repellent has a limited supply, so make sure you don't run low. It has other perks too. The shelter can purify timefall and convert it into drinkable water, allowing you to top up your canteen on the go. We've posted an aid request so you can fabricate a shelter to see how it works. Researchers at other facilities are also in the process of looking into how various structures might be improved. As you expand chiral network coverage, we'll be able to share information and coordinate our efforts more effectively. And I'm sure we will all make even faster progress as a result. So keep on doing what you do and linking up places for us. It's one of the fruits of our joint effort with the lab to develop anti-BT tech. Up until now, our primary weapons against these entities have been created with the blood of doom sufferers. And so, production is wholly reliant upon regular donations from rare individuals like yourself. Securing a stable supply has been difficult. But you know all about that, given your experiences with the UCA. But this weapon utilizes synthetic blood with all the same anti-BT properties. Derived from samples taken from doom sufferers, it can be produced at scale to meet demand. And despite its artificial nature, it's actually proven to be more potent than the genuine article. So you can think of our new weapon as a more full-blooded version of the hematic grenade it replaces. In any case, we won't need to ask you for your blood ever again, so rest easy. If you want to test it out, we have some training facilities here at the distribution center. Feel free to access the delivery terminal and give them a try. By the way, you're planning to visit the research lab, yeah? You'll have to pass through some dangerous territory then. We'll do a quick survey of the chiral density, so you might not want to leave right away. And let's not forget that you just tackled one of our toughest orders on record. Tell you what, we got a nice private room here that you can use to catch your breath. We'll get started on prepping the cargo for your next run in the meantime.
Quake detected. Please seek shelter immediately.
Sam, are you okay?
I'm fine. You guys?
The facility's intact, but the research lab might have taken a hit. The local chiralium levels appear to be rising. Better hurry over there, Sam. Head to the delivery terminal upstairs and check their order.
Alright, straight into it. You okay, Sam? We just had a gate quake over here. Is everything okay where you are? A bit more shaking than usual, but no harm done. Lou's playing happily like it never happened. You're close to the lab now, right? Keep at it, Sam. Okay, so the red exclamation mark is where that river was rising, or where that water was rising, if you remember. With that last icon where we were, climbing up the mountain, I'm guessing that was like rockfall or like a mudslide or something along those lines, really. So, that makes a lot of sense. Alright, obviously Sam's stats have increased. Anything new on this area? Okay, so we never read this area last time, and we're going to read it from the top. So, bringing the research lab online, this is what we have to do now. Sam and Lou have been living a quiet and reclusive life close to the Mexican border. One day, Fragile pays a visit and asks Sam to connect all of Mexico, including Deadman's research lab, to the chiral network. Sam leaves Lou in Fragile's care and sets off. He connects Ciudad Nudo del Norte C1 and the prepper settlement known as Villa Libre to the chiral network. He then goes on to link the C1 South Distribution Center to the network as well. So I'm guessing that gets added to the longer we play it. Off the grid, after connecting North America, Sam and Lou leave the UCA. In an attempt to evade the UCA's attention, they decide to live in hiding on the border with the former Mexico, where Sam works as a freelance porter. Having completed an order outside of the chiral network, it's time for Sam and Lou to return home. So that was obviously before that one. Okay, defeat the BTs near the former geophysics research lab and deliver the prototype MP bullets. So we're finally coming up against BTs. Your next destination is the former geophysics research lab in southern Mexico. The final location Fragile requested you to connect to the chiral network. The lab conducts research into BTs, and they've agreed to perform tests on prototype MP bullets developed at the C1 South Distribution Center. It's hoped that this new iteration of MP bullets will prove effective against BTs. If they are determined to be viable, chiral printers can be used to mass produce them. This is a risky order, however. Gatequakes are known to occur in the area, and BTs may appear in the ruins near the research lab, potentially causing void outs. Fortunately, the chiral density gauges that Sam delivered to the distribution center means it's possible to identify the areas in which BTs may appear. Eliminate the BTs in the ruins and deliver the prototype MP bullets to the former geophysics research lab. Okay, so we're going down in what we've done. That's obviously what we need to do next. This is what we've just done. So recover all chiral density gauges stolen by bandits. So your next destination is the C1 South Distribution Center. The facility has been working in conjunction with the former geophysics research lab to develop new anti-BT measures. Frequent spikes in chiral density have been detected near the facility, and there appears to be an elevated risk of BTs in the area. I didn't see any of them. To help them accurately predict BT movements, the distribution center had requested the delivery of some chiral density gauges from Ciudad Nudo del Norte, or C1. Unfortunately, the port who undertook the delivery was attacked by bandits en route, and the chiral density gauges were stolen. Without them, the C1 South Distribution Center will be vulnerable to BTs, and local deliveries will remain both difficult and dangerous. The gauges were split across multiple cargo containers. All of them must be recovered. A PCC level will be issued to you. When you accept this order, use it to construct a watchtower so you can observe the bandits' movements before choosing how to recover the cargo. Recover all the chiral density gauges and deliver them to the C1 South Distribution Center. We nearly did that fully, what's the word for it, stealthily, but obviously that guy from the higher position obviously seen me. He must have just had a perfect position to see where I was coming into that area, but otherwise I would have had them all knocked out without them seeing me. Deliver one or more remote medical units to Villa Libre. The next location that needs to be connected to the chiral network is Villa Libre, a small prepper settlement populated by elderly people and a pregnant woman. There's no doctor in Villa Libre, meaning its residents live a precarious existence without medical support. As such, you need to bring them a remote medical unit. When connected to the chiral network, the device allows medical diagnosis and treatment to be conducted remotely. It also allows APAS to provide support for patients. There's a significant bandit presence near Villa Libre. They have requested several pieces of cargo, but if even one of them is safely delivered, it should allow their facility to be connected to the chiral network. To ease the anxiety of the Villa Libre residents and earn their trust, deliver at least one remote medical unit to the facility. Alright, and then this is our first mission. So, deliver the chiral network gateway to C1. The Death Stranding has destroyed the Mexican state. Voidouts, huge explosions triggered by BTs coming into contact with living humans have shattered the landscape and broken society. People live in fear of venturing outside and have grown isolated and distrustful. Fragile has asked Sam to extend the chiral network to a research lab in southern Mexico. To do so, Sam must complete several orders at facilities along the way, expanding the network step by step. Your first destination is Ciudad Nudo del Norte, C1, a city where corpse disposal has become an acute problem. If nothing is done, there is a significant risk of a void out engulfing the city and its people. The chiral network should provide the technology they need to curb this issue. To get connected, C1 will need a chiral network gateway, a device that can expand the network beyond the borders of the UCA through means of bilateral data validation. Deliver the chiral network gateway to C1 to save the city from a looming void out. And we did that. We've done everything up to date now. So, well, we've not done everything up to date. Our next mission is to defeat the BTs. But everything so far up to date. So, Benjamin Rivera. Before he started working at the distribution center, Benjamin was involved in medical anthropological field work, where he observed and treated the symptoms of a number of different patients. He was interested in how the changes brought about by the Death Stranding were affecting people's bodies and minds. The knowledge Benjamin gleaned from his fieldwork proved useful when the first Bridges expedition arrived in Mexico. Ever since the UCA was fully connected to the chiral network a year ago, the environment has been unstable. There have been earthquakes, sudden floods, and spikes in chiral density. Fear of BTs is also putting people on edge. Straining them further, Benjamin believes that it is necessary to expand the chiral network and develop new technologies to put people's minds at ease. Benjamin's medical background has also allowed him to contribute to the development of blood grenades. The grenades can now be mass-produced by synthesizing the blood of doom sufferers. And then it says to could continue to develop your connection level with him and his facility, and you might receive a grenade that can drive away BTs and slow large BTs. Very cool. And then we have a new facility, C1 South Distribution Center. This distribution center is set up with the aim of delivering resources and other cargo to Ciudad Nudo del Norte and surrounding prepper outposts. It's not intended to be a place for civilians to live. It comprises facilities for its delivery and support staff, as well as infrastructure for cargo management. Timefall Shelter. So we know what that is from the first game, but I'm going to explain it anyway. So it's a structure that provides protection from timefall. So when you go in it, it's like you're going in a safe room. It can be built anywhere within the chiral network using a PCC. You can rest in a shelter during periods of timefall. Container repair spray will be applied to your cargo when you approach a timefall shelter. Repairing your cargo containers and restoring their durability. Your canteen will also be refilled from the shelter's water tank. Timefall shelters are fitted with BT deterrents that will temporarily immobilize any BT that gets too close. The deterrent requires a cooldown period between each use. Upgraded timefall shelters are more resistant to timefall and natural disasters. Chiral density gauges. Living in the post-Stranding world means dealing with a variety of threats. Timefall, natural disasters, and BTs that may cause void outs. Whenever a BT appears, it is accompanied by a spike in chiral density. Using technology left behind by the first Bridges expedition, a device has been developed in Ciudad Nudo del Norte that monitors these changes in chiral density levels. Unfortunately, it has been stolen by bandits who roam around the ruined wastelands outside of cities and are rightfully fearful of BTs. I think we've stolen them back. Know what a custom electronic rod is, guys. Blood grenade. Okay, hand-thrown explosives developed for use against BTs. Their contents have the same potent effect as Sam's blood. The grenade will explode on impact to release a cloud of vapor that hangs in the air, damaging any BTs caught within it. Since Doom's blood can now be artificially synthesized, blood grenades can be mass-produced using chiral printing. They have not, however, enabled ordinary porters to easily dispatch BTs, as there remains no way of accurately identifying a BT's position. Alright, that is all the reading we have. Nope. BT areas. Okay, areas where BTs are known to appear. These areas have a strong connection to the beach, so chiral density is high and timefall is very common. Certain Doom sufferers are able to detect the presence of BTs, but ordinary humans will need to equip a BB pod in order to sense them. Even if you are aware of nearby BTs, approaching them without due care and attention risks you coming into contact, triggering a void out. Taking a detour around a BT area is always advisable. Alright, that's everything.
Departing facility.
Feels good.
Sam, we've got a situation. The delivery for the research lab is ready for transport, but the chiral density is higher than anticipated. This may be due to the gateway just now, but we've identified a new BT area in the vicinity of the lab. However, we have no BB pods on hand. I know you've got Dooms.
At some point. Steer me in the right direction. I can take care of the rest.
Oh yeah? That's awesome. By the way, we finished a preliminary assessment of the BTs detected in the vicinity of the research lab. And we've prepared some weapons that should be effective against them. You're a pro. I know you can handle this. We've issued you a number of blood grenades. They use an active agent based on compounds derived from the blood and bodily fluids of Doom sufferers, making them highly effective against BTs. You can practice using them in VR training. If you'd like to try them out, just access the delivery terminal to get started. Your other weapons won't do any damage to BTs. Shoot them all you like. They won't die. Make sure you're well prepared. According to our initial survey, you can expect to encounter gazers in the field. If you make contact with a gazer, then another type of BT, a hunter will emerge from the tar and try to capture you. If they succeed in this, you'll come face to face with a massive BT known as a catcher. Now, you don't want to ever let a catcher consume you. It'll trigger a void out, obliterating the surrounding area and everyone in it. And when dust settles, there'll only be a giant crater. So make sure to escape the catcher before that happens, or use the weapons at your disposal to eliminate it. Alright, go ahead and pick up your next main order. I'll brief you on the details while you check your map.
Alright, so far we've only really got the grenades to counter the BTs, would you say?
All right, Sam. You good to go? The new BT area we've identified is located in these ruins. If we don't do anything about it, eventually someone's gonna trigger a void out. So to prevent that, we need to neutralize all the BTs in this area. There's no shortage of collapsed buildings and hiding spots there, and the timefall isn't letting up anytime soon either. Since you'll also have cargo for the research lab with you, take care not to let it get damaged by the timefall or in any fights with BTs. An aid request for a timefall shelter was registered in that vicinity. If you build one near that spot, you can use it to escape any BTs that may be pursuing you. And if you stash your backpack in a timefall shelter, you can rest easy knowing your cargo's safe from the rain and devote your full attention to dealing with any threats. So if you got room to carry a little extra, consider requisitioning a PCC and taking it along with you so you can fabricate a shelter for added peace of mind. You're the only one we can count on. Don't let us down.
Okay. So we'll fabricate a route.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Let's fabricate a couple more. Okay. We got this, motherfucker.
Order accepted. Thank you.
We got this.
Please give it your all. I will always support you. Thank you.
How do I get rid of some of these markers, bro?
Finally!
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
Phew, bless me. Pick these up. Have we got a PCC? Let's just double check before we go. We have. Amazing. Okay, I hope that's the right one. Tempted to go back, but at the same time I want to go forward. Oh, there's a... I thought that was a bike then. Potential gate quake detected. Oh shit.
Gatequake detected. Intensity. G-scale. 6.
Alright, you're welcome, pal. I got a trophy for that as well. That's an interesting area over there. Where's that? Guessing that's the research lab. Okay. Oh, this is a timefall shelter. I thought it meant like... Okay, so this is a timefall shelter. It's like a tiny, area where you can kind of get Sam to go dry and... like it was saying, you can recover some materials and, it'll recover some items that you need to do or deal with. The one that I was referring to, actually, obviously it's not called a timefall shelter, but there is such an area where obviously it was like a safe house. You can build it. Just give me a second, guys. The video's frozen on my PlayStation. There we go. Are we good? There we go. Yes. Although it's a little bit delayed. All right. That makes sense. Yeah, what I was trying to say is there is a, I think it might just be called a safe house, and you can literally build it, or that you're able to build it in the first one anyway. Not sure if you can do in this one, but I assume you can. But you basically build it's like a safe house, and you go under the ground, and it's like, you can go into it's like you're going into a facility, but you're not. It's your own random safe house in the middle of nowhere. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Where is it I need to actually go? There, okay. Okay, how do we equip these grenades? Oh, I see. Okay. I was gonna say I've only got 5 grenades, but there's basically 5 in each. It's like a collection of 5, and I've got up to 25 of them. This can get disposed of though. Bro, stop falling over, man. Right, I'm gonna have to drop some of this cargo for now.
Ambient chiral density has fallen to within normal range. BT threat neutralized. Please deliver your cargo to the research lab.
Fucking hell, man. Okay. Right, give me a second, guys. Let me just put my phone on charge. We're definitely carrying a lot more than we should do, but it'll come into hand. It'll come handy to what we need to do. Alright. So we need to climb up there. So if we remove that marker. Actually, we're not going to place markers. What we're going to do is we're going to draw a route.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Carrying a bit of weight at the moment, but we can make it.
I will be gone tonight. Everything's done for a while, and
So far, so good.
the silent in the fire and the night. We will be dancing I've seen lights, I've seen me dancing. I've seen lights, I've seen
bit further now.
Okay, we're literally right there now.
Good evening, Sam. ID confirmed. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Okay.
Long time no see, Sam. Though, having said that, I realize you probably don't recognize me like this. Anyway, why don't you let me take a look at your orders? Now that's a delivery done right. I appreciate that you're always striving for perfection. Oh, picked up some lost cargo, I see. Should be a nice surprise for someone. We never doubted you'd show. Reliable as ever. A man you can count on. We're ready for you to link us up with your Cupid. Once you do, you'll have fulfilled your objective of bringing the entirety of Mexico onto the chiral network.
Hey, it's Alex Weatherstone. Alex Weatherstone was from the Mountain Research Lab, I think, from the first game. And it's interesting how he's back in, but he's in the south this time. Okay. Firmware update. Anti-BT effect added. MP bullets are now effective against BTs. Chiral network coverage has expanded, granting access to the following.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Alright, we've gone up to Silent Handler level 2. I'll take it.
So, Sam, don't suppose you remember who I am? The name's Alex. I used to work at the weather station.
The weather station.
I
Notice
was a
something like
Bridges employee, reporting directly to Deadman. So, when I was offered the opportunity to collaborate with him here, studying the Death Stranding and BTs, I jumped at the chance. And here I am. And now, you're here too. You actually couldn't have come at a better time. Shortly before your arrival, chiral density levels started to climb. hitting significantly higher ranges than before. This kind of spike is indicative of an imminent giant BT appearance. I've shared with you some MP bullets that should be very effective against BTs. Because if a giant BT is on the way, then we're gonna need you to put it down. Well, the delivery you were kind enough to bring us contained a shipment of MP bullets that have anti-BT properties. This ammunition will turn your average assault rifle into a BT killing machine. You can also fabricate blood grenades if you want to keep a few on hand. Before you head back out, review your options and requisition any weapons you think you might need. We've set aside a ton of extra materials just for this purpose. Chiral density levels in this region have been fluctuating wildly. We've been seeing a lot of gatequakes and seismic activity as well. It's almost certainly related to recent shifts in the tar currents. Our analysis of these anomalies has led us to believe that the arrival of a giant BT is all but imminent. What the data doesn't tell us is exactly where it might appear. Our chiral monitoring equipment just wasn't precise enough to zero in. Now that you've connected us to the network, though, we should be able to make more accurate predictions. We seriously owe you. It's hard to know when this giant BT is going to appear. So for now, you should rest up in your private room and prepare for a potential fight. That's both mine and Deadman's recommendation. We'll keep you posted, Sam.
All right then. Sam apparently had a sunburn. Interesting.
It's been too long, Sam. You were a good friend to me. One I could never forget. Which is why I took steps to ensure that this message would only play upon your arrival. The sensors were set to scan for your biometric data. A simple enough trick. Now, this was originally a geophysics laboratory established for the study of earthquakes. And for that reason, it holds a wealth of documentation on gatequakes, tar currents, and plate gates. As well, I discovered, as research data on the other side. Now, what I'm about to tell you, I learned after I came to this place. Imagine that this is the lab. Though it's relatively close to the northern tip of South America, the continent is entirely cut off from us by a tar belt. And so we have no idea what's going on down there. Nor do we know the state of any continent other than our own. The researchers here were trying to establish contact with the rest of the world. They were well equipped to do so, as the facility had once been used to launch research satellites. So they tried launching a variety of probes and drones in the hope of obtaining observational data, with no success. The Earth, you see, is shrouded in a thick layer of chiralium that renders electronics inoperable at altitude. So they tried sending ships across the ocean. Oh, yes. Oh, but that failed too. The high concentration of chiralium in open water proved too corrosive, invariably causing them to sink. But then the researchers found some rather rare birds on their doorsteps. Birds not native to the region. Nice birdie, nice birdie. And that, my friend, was just the beginning. Not far from the lab, they discovered a strange anomaly. Well, the surrounding area was heavily contaminated with chiralium. Yes. This is beautiful. The researchers would later dub the anomaly a plate gate. But further investigation revealed that it came into existence when you began to expand the chiral network across North America, and that the gate grew larger in tandem with the network itself. What started as a tiny fissure in space became so much more. The researchers duly installed cameras to study the gate and its surrounding area. Now, to their surprise, they caught footage of some unusual marsupials. Yes, a kind you wouldn't expect to normally encounter in Central America, like the birds. But to confirm their suspicions, they sent an autonomous robot through the gate. The soil samples it collected were consistent with the archived geological data from the southern hemisphere. Not long after, several men and women came through the gate. They spoke English, and they confirmed that they had indeed come from faraway Australia. We finally knew the world outside North and Central America had survived. Ours was not the last bastion of humanity, but Australia had suffered the death stranding too. Undeterred, the researchers began working closely with Bridges and conducted a series of tests, paving the way for an expedition to Australia that would lay the groundwork for chiral network expansion. After they had first installed surveillance equipment, that is, so that the gate could be monitored from the Mexican side, a necessity to this day as Australia is not yet connected to the chiral network. The UCA may not have dreams of conquest and control, but they aren't about to let just anyone use the gate. Indeed, that's one of the reasons they were so determined to connect Australia to the network in the first place. Well, I suppose that's all I have to say about the plate gate. There's something else that I need to tell you, though. Something far more important. Mind if I pause it here? I have to go take a shower.
Gate quake detected. Sam, a gigantic BT just showed up outside. We're prepping weapons for you now. Access the terminal up top and take whatever you need. We're counting on you.
Alright, let's get this motherfucker over with.
Manifestation imminent. Access the delivery terminal to make preparations for combat.
Feels good.
Let's go, motherfucker. Let's get this motherfucker out of the way. Holy fuck. See you later, buddy. Fuck's sake. I was gonna say. Look at all them crystals, bro. Very good.
Now displaying your current Porter grade.
I will take that. Thank you very much.
Sam, this is Alex. You did it! We've confirmed the chiral crystallization of the giant BT. Local chiral density is already dropping fast. I think we can all rest easy for now. You've saved a lot of lives by killing that monstrosity. We won't forget that. Head to the research lab's private room and take a break. You've earned it.
Yeah, this motherfucker. See you later, buddy.
Somebody lend me a hand! Looking good. How you doing, Sam?
You're welcome, guys. You are welcome.
Wendy, I want you to know that we appreciate you. Hey, Sam. I've been waiting for you. Stuff goes missing all the time, but it looks like today is our lucky day. Thanks, Sam.
Now displaying your current Porter grade.
I gotta say, Sam, you're looking pretty beat. You know you can borrow the private room whenever you want, right? Don't kill yourself for our sakes.
Order completed. Well done.
After I take out a giant BT that I could possibly have easily been killed by. I'm only kidding, bro. It's good to see you've got faith in Sam Porter. Definitely need new boots.
As I said before, there's something I need to tell you. It's about Lou. You see, after you left Bridges, I decided to do a little digging into BB-28's past. That is, Lou's. I found the BB decommissioning records. Now, according to them, BB-28 was flagged for disposal and subsequently incinerated 4 years ago, long before you and Lou first met.
That's BB-28?
This is the child officially identified as BB-28. But if you look closer, Sam, you see at once that it can't possibly be Lou. Right there at the elbow, where the birthmark should be. Nothing. Which means we have another BB-28 on our hands. The one with whom you memorably went west and back not so long ago. That is Lou. Per regulations, the serial number assigned to each BB was unique. No two units should have ever been assigned the same one. I've cross-checked the details with the most up-to-date entries in the UCA database. And indeed, there is no reason to believe BB-28 survived. All of which can only mean, Sam, that the bridge baby you carried with you on your journey across America, Lou, was never recorded in the official database. So, where then did Lou come from? Right now, your guess is as good as mine. But as worrying as that sounds, this could actually be to your advantage, since it's functionally impossible for the UCA or Bridges to track a BB of which they have no record. Which is lucky, because if they did know about a BB that could live and grow outside the pod, they'd want to secure it for study. So take comfort in the knowledge that they don't, that you're free, that you can bring up Lou in peace. How is it, by the way? The two of you living as a family. Right. I have gifts for you. A few things to take back home. An assortment of vaccines to be administered as your child grows up. We want Lou to live a long and healthy life. And it's natural for children to be afraid of shots. Maybe this will help put Lou's mind at ease. A token of my affection. You can collect it via the delivery terminal when you leave. I wonder how big Lou will get. Anyway, there's one more thing I wanted to share with you. As you know, everyone is meant to go to their own beach when they die. But unlike most people, I wasn't born from a mother. I was born from an artificial womb. Transplants provided the organs I never had. I was incomplete and had no beach, I believed. But I wasn't about to accept that. I went back home to study the Ha and Ka and the beach. I threw myself into my work, Sam. I tried. But I think I've done all that I can. In the end, I'm still a patchwork Frankenstein's monster. One that's just about worn out. As a doctor, I can tell you, I don't have long left. So I've devoted my remaining time to research. That's why I'm here, Sam. Where I can focus on the beach. There's so much data here, Sam. On beach formation, jumping via beaches, the relationship between the beach and plate gates. All the evidence you could ever wish for. Not enough to solve every mystery, perhaps, but enough for me to make an incredible personal discovery. That I have a beach after all. It doesn't matter how I was born. I have lived as a human. And thus do I possess a beach like any other. I am not a machine, but a person with a Ha and a Ka and a beach to go with them. Lastly, I have a confession for you, along with a heartfelt apology. I told you once that I didn't have dooms. But that's not actually true. Not that I was lying, you understand. I just didn't know. It was only after I found my beach that I realized. Chiral, allergic reaction. I can feel it getting closer. I'm off to the beach, Sam. To my beach. Take care of yourself.
Sam.
Did you know about this?
No. It's news to me, too. I'm sorry that that man is gone. But he would have been pleased that you managed to extend the UCA network all the way to his lab. Thank you, Sam.
I guess I'm homeward bound.
Missing little Lou that badly?
You know I am.
Come on back, Sam. Lou misses you too.
Why did that motherfucker have to die, bro? I mean, obviously I understand why he did it, and so does Sam, and so does everyone. But what a character, bro. Honest to God, what a character. I genuinely didn't think he would be gone as this close to the start of the game. I didn't think he'd be gone, well, at all, but obviously he wanted to find his beach, and obviously he didn't have a lot of time left, so big respect to Dead Man, bro. Fair play to his work and what he's done. And we're only going to make him proud, motherfucker. We're gonna make that guy proud as we continue to get these BTs gone, and we continue to go throughout the game. But we're gonna get that motherfucker proud, bro. Very bittersweet moment, I think, that one. It's a bit of a bittersweet moment. But he went out on his own accord, do you know what I mean? And that's not a lot of people can do that. So, gotta give it to him. Okay, I think we've got more information on Lou. So I'm just going to read the whole thing because I'm not sure where we went up to last time. So, Lou, a bridge baby with the serial number BB-28. When Sam first encountered BB-28, the unit had been deemed surplus to requirements and earmarked for disposal. But the two formed a bond, and Sam took the BB with him as he crossed the North American continent. At some point along the way, he stopped calling the units by its serial number and started using the name Lou instead. After the UCA was established, Lou was declared non-operational and was once again condemned to incineration. With Deadman's help, however, Sam faked Lou's disposal and removed the bridge baby from its pod. Ordinary BBs cannot live outside their pods, but by some miracle Lou survived and started to develop like a normal newborn baby. The pair went into hiding in a reclusive bunker on the Mexican border while the UCA searches for them. So I think that's where we went up to last time. So Deadman has discovered that there were 2 bridge babies within the serial number BB28. An apparent administrative error. 4 years ago, a bridge baby marked BB28 was incinerated. However, shortly afterward, Sam was given a unit with the same number. This is the BB that Sam called Lou and took with him on his journey across North America. So would that not be BB29? Records, however, exist only for the BB28 that was incinerated. Given that each BB serial number is meant to be unique, it would therefore appear that there is no record at all of the BB28 known as Lou. I have a feeling it might be BB29, but it might just be one of those that's it's just like an invincible one. You know, like it broke the chain of whatever the BBs were designed for. Okay, Deadman. Fuck you, brother. Fuck you for dying. No, for real. He went out on his own accord, so he wanted to find out his own beach, and he did everything he wanted to do. He was going to die anyway, so he took it into his own hands. Okay, but we'll read his fact file. So, as a member of Bridges, Deadman studied BBs and supported Sam on his mission to establish the UCA. Deadman initially told Sam that BBs are little more than pieces of fieldware and ordered him to dispose of BB-28. However, after helping the BB recover from autotoxemia, he began to empathize with it and eventually started referring to BB-28 as Lou, just like Sam. Prior to joining Bridges, Deadman was a coroner and would often have to dismember corpses. He was born from an artificial womb and was given organs harvested from dead people to make up for the ones he was lacking. As such, he is a mixture of the living and the dead and does not have a beach of his own. This is a source of great distress for him, as Deadman himself has confided to Sam. Tormented by his lack of a beach, Deadman moved to Mexico to conduct research into Haka, the beach, and other topics of spirituality. There he discovered that he does in fact have a beach, and that he is a doomed sufferer. Unfortunately, Deadman's body was already on the brink of death. He makes one last confession to Sam before making his final journey to his beach. Okay, so that explains it. You know, obviously his body was on the way out, but it's good that he found sad ending, but it's also a happy ending, is what I'm trying to say, because he has got his own beach, so that he has got an afterlife, basically. Okay, Alex Weatherstone, a member of the first Bridges expedition who worked at the weather station. Alex collected and analysed weather data from the North American continent and observed changes in chiral density. This information was used to provide support for Sam as he made his deliveries. Alex was once a medic, and he also took care of his co-workers' health at the weather station. After the UCA was established, Alex aspired to join his old boss, Deadman, at the Mexican Research Lab. Benjamin Rivera from the C1 South Distribution Center helped Alex make the move, and the two have been close ever since. In addition to his medical knowledge, Alex is also well informed about the weather and geological phenomena, such as char. He wants to unravel the mystery of the Death Stranding by looking into humanity's relationship with the beach, among other things. Continue to develop your connection level with him and his facility, and you might receive a component for increasing the Tri-Cruiser's defense. Interesting. Okay, gazers. So much as a ghost may haunt the site of its death, gazers remain in place, their movements confined to only a small area. Despite their name, gazers are actually blind. They respond to the presence of humans using sound to track them down. Should a gazer detect a human, it will move towards them, leaving char-like handprints on the ground as it goes even. Gazers cannot be seen by ordinary people, but doom sufferers can sense their presence. The extent to which an individual is able to do so depends on their doom's level. In the past, Sam would feel a chill when in the presence of BTs. Now, however, he is able to see the particular forms of certain BTs when standing still. Hunters. A type of BT that dwells within the char, waiting and hiding for a gazer to detect a human before emerging to grab them. Such calculating behaviours earned hunters their name. Be careful you aren't dragged to the ground by a hunter and then pulled towards a catcher while lying prone. Golden hunters. A gleaming golden hunter, they are more powerful and dangerous than ordinary black hunters and attempt to kill their prey by submerging them in char. Catchers. The largest and most dangerous BTs of all, catchers attempt to weaken and capture their human victims to trigger void outs. Catchers take many different forms but never fully reveal themselves to human observers. Gazers detect humans and hunters capture them. Captivate. A void out occurs when a catcher connected to these other BTs appear and swallows a human victim. Some catchers have been known to appear without any gazers or hunters in tow, directly targeting humans which enter their territory. Alright. So we've got the former geophysics research lab. A Mexican research facility that predates the Death Stranding. It was originally a geophysics facility principally used to conduct research into seismic activity. After the Death Stranding, however, Mexico's surviving researchers and scientists all gathered here in the hopes of using the facility to understand and overcome the disaster. The laboratory now conducts investigations into the world beyond Central America, the skies above and the earth below. It also researches spiritual matters of life and death, such as the beach and dooms. The scope of the laboratory's scientific inquiry is far-reaching and ever-expanding. Prototype MP bullets. MP technology allows a projectile to adapt and optimize for its intended target. This new MP bullet prototype also boasts the same anti-BT properties as blood grenades, which were developed at the C1 South Distribution Center using a synthetic substance based on the blood of doom sufferers. These bullets expand the capability of MP small arms, making them a viable means of dealing with BTs. Having performed exceptionally well during testing at the former Geophysics Research Lab, the data for the prototype is now being circulated for mass production. And that is obviously what we used to take out the big, giant BT. Okay, char. Mysterious substance that oozes and spouts from underground. It is known as char because it is black and viscous, but it's not the same as the common char of the pre-stranding world. In the UCA tar ate away a nearly submerged mountain, not city. Elsewhere, the crater lake near South Knot City is full of the substance, and an enormous tar-covered area known as the Tar Belt stretches out to the east of Edge Knot City. Tar often erupts from underground when BTs appear, and has been known to bring buildings and landscapes from the past along with it. It contains chiralium, which has led many to speculate that it is somehow connected to the beach and the world of the dead. Little, however, is known for certain. Okay, chiral clouds. Clouds that appeared after the Death Stranding, they produce timefall and contain a great deal of chiralium that both obstructs radio waves and makes the clouds impenetrable to drones and aircraft. Even if they could be penetrated, the sky above the clouds is stratified into layers that contain further chiralium and chiral radiation invisible to the naked eye. Soaring through the skies and leaving Earth's atmosphere are now nothing more than pipe dreams. Plategate. Phenomenon that appeared near the research lab in Mexico around the time that Sam began connecting the UCA to the chiral network. At first, only a microscopic warping in the texture of space could be observed, but this grew bigger as the UCA's chiral network expanded. Connecting Mexico to Australia, the Plategate can be used to travel between the two continents. It is the only Plategate currently in existence. Okay, we've got two final things, and then we are done for this section. So the heart and car after the Death Stranding. Death came to be defined as the separation of a person's heart from their car. It is said that this understanding of life and death was already commonplace in ancient Egypt, where it was believed that even as the body wasted away, the soul lived on forever. Egyptian practices of mummification and preserving corpses in sarcophagi were done in the hope of allowing the dead to live on in the next world. Following the Death Stranding, however, it has become necessary to dispose of a body once a soul has left it, usually by incineration. If this is not done, that departed soul may return to this world in the form of a BT. It is believed that is due to the Death Stranding altering the balance between the worlds of the living and the dead and unbalancing our relationship with the beach. And then Gate quakes. Gate quakes. Gate quakes are earthquake-like phenomena that are triggered when matter passes through the plate gate. However, unlike ordinary earthquakes, the strength of the shaking does not always correspond to the distance from the epicenter, which could be considered the plate gate itself. Rather, the strongest shaking often takes place elsewhere at a seemingly random location. The seismic waves appear to be strongly influenced by the tar currents. In extreme cases, localized shaking affecting only a 100-meter radius has been observed. Gatequakes can also cause abnormal reverberations within the tar currents. This is believed to be the reason why strong quakes have occasionally been observed in areas that are very distant from the plate gate. Being different from regular earthquakes, they employ their own system for measuring magnitude, calling the G-scale. The larger this number, the stronger the shaking that will occur. Okay. My friends are feeling better. My friends are doing much better thanks to those remote medical units. We got a lot of older people living here, so they're going to be really helpful. The chiral network is the gift that keeps giving. I checked out my baby as well. It's stopped growing, but it seems to be doing well in there. I still don't know what's going on, but I feel less anxious than I did anyway. The Chiral's network's nothing short of miraculous, and it's all thanks to that Porter guy. Okay. APAC map filters are now available, allowing you to control which icons are displayed on the map. Press that button to switch filters to best suit your situation. Benjamin Rivera, looks like you built a Timefall shelter. Looks like you built that Timefall shelter I was talking about. Nice. Timefall shelters are good for more than just keeping dry. You know, they help repair your containers with a protective spray and can even keep BTs at bay. Pretty handy little structures, right? Keep making good use of them. Okay. And these are all older social media posts, I'm guessing. Okay. I was sad about Deadman, but at the end of the day, he was running out of time, and obviously he discovered the beach before he died. So that's a good thing, isn't it?
Hey, Sam. About that message Deadman left for you. I hope you understand that he wanted to tell you all that himself. He didn't want it to come from me or anyone else. Naturally, we respected his wishes. We'll also be carrying on his research in his stead. I'm sure you will, but please take care of that last order he left for you. On another note, you can now use your PCC to construct generators and bridges. Build them along your delivery routes, and you're sure to make a ton of other porters very happy. Trust me. Who knows? They might end up returning the favor someday, too. Also, you can now fabricate tri-cruisers, trikes with 2 front wheels. You'll be able to build, charge, or repair tri-cruisers at any facility with a garage. Like this one. It's a battery-powered vehicle, so if you run out of juice in the wild, you can always construct a generator to recharge it. Just be careful not to run out of battery when you're outside network coverage. You can only use your PCC to build generators or any other structures when you've got a network connection. So without coverage, you'll either have to ditch a dead tri-cruiser or wait forever and a day for the solar panels to recharge it. Once again, thank you for linking up all of Mexico, Sam. Be safe out there, and pay us a visit the next time you're close.
Sam, I just reviewed the list of UCA associates. You can rest easy. Any data concerning your life on the run has been erased. So once you've taken care of Deadman's final request, you can come straight home. Access the terminal on site for the details. I'll take care of you. Just focus on the job.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. This custom cargo container is designed to be attached directly to your chest. The words, "For Lou," are written on it. Tri-cruisers are now available for fabrication.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Okay. Right, so we are going to leave it there, guys. It's been a bit of a... Well, it's been a good stream again. In about just over 2.5 hours. So we've got another couple areas done. Can't remember where I was last time. I think I was... Where was it? I was at Villa Libre when I started the game. And then I went up to this descent, took out more bandits, would you say? Or, knocked them out, didn't kill them. Had a whole area here where is it now? No, I went to the South Distribution Center. Then I traveled this way, took out a bunch of BTs here, went to the former Geophysics Research Lab, and then took out a giant BT roaming this area. And then unfortunately we found out that Deadman went out on his own accord, basically. His body was failing, and by the same time he found out that he has got a beach, so he discovered that just in time so that he can have a good afterlife, I'm guessing. Well, I think that's what, obviously, that happens. Obviously, you can travel to your beach after you've died, but Deadman is gone for good. And this is his final request before, I think he walked into the ocean. So, that was his way of dealing with it, you know what I mean? So, we need to travel back this way when we do, obviously, come back on it. We've got a bit of a way to go. We have got a motorbike, or a tri-cruiser, I think it was called. So, it might be a little bit less of a problem. We'll build some PCCs for generators and bridges and stuff like that on the way back. So that will make it easier for us to get back to where we need to go. But we're going to try and go for the direct route. See if we encounter any more natural disasters along the way. I know during this area there was a giant sandstorm. So, or it might have been even this whole area here anyway. But we'll see. So, I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. A little bit sad, like I say, about Deadman, but gotta respect his character and the way he went out about it. Right, I will catch you in the next one. Peace.